Hi everyone, welcome to Music Lifestyle Hub, where music meets history. We are launching the Composer Saturdays, where we are going to learn about the untold stories, struggles, and successes of these great composers. So we welcome you all into this great learning. Just not the music, let us learn about their lives too.
Imagine creating the most breathtaking symphonies but never hearing a single note. Sounds impossible, right? Hey there, music lovers. Have you ever heard of a composer who created legendary piano pieces, concertos, and symphonies without hearing a single note? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. Today, we are diving into the mind of Ludwig van Beethoven, the man who redefined music despite losing his hearing. How did he do it? Stick around because this story is going to blow your mind. Beethoven's family was of Dutch descent. He had a miserable childhood. Perhaps his indomitable spirit is the result of it. Beethoven was born in 1770 in Germany. Young Beethoven was a musical prodigy. His father, a harsh and ambitious musician, pushed him to be the next Mozart, forced him to practice for hours, sometimes waking him up in the middle of the night just to play. Can you imagine being forced to practice for hours as a child? No playtime, no breaks, just music, music, and music. But instead of breaking him, it built him into a prodigy. By age 12, he was already composing his own music. Beethoven's musical journey started early, as his father, Johann van Beethoven, recognized his son's musical talents and began teaching him piano. While Beethoven did not attend a formal music school, he did receive lessons from some notable teachers. Beethoven studied composition and music theory with Niffi, who was the court organist in Germany. Niffi helped Beethoven develop his early compositions and introduced him to classical composers like Mozart and Haydn. As a teenager, he moved to Vienna, the music capital of the world, to study under Joseph Haydn. Haydn had a profound influence on Beethoven's compositional style, especially in the areas of symphonic and string quartet writing. His talent was undeniable. His music was bold, emotional, and revolutionary. Audiences had never heard anything like it before. He was on his way to becoming the greatest composer of his time, until life threw him the ultimate challenge. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that you are losing your ability to hear. For a musician, that's the ultimate nightmare. But for Beethoven, it wasn't just a fear, it was real. By his late 30s, Beethoven started hearing a ringing sound in his ears. At first, it was annoying, but soon he struggled to hear conversations, then music, and then it was just silence. Beethoven fell into a deep depression. He even wrote a heartbreaking letter saying he considered ending his life. But guess what? He didn't give up. Instead, he turned his pain into music. For most musicians, that would have been the end. But for Beethoven, it was just the beginning of his greatest work. Here's where it gets crazy. you won't believe what he did. He didn't just give up, he adapted. He placed his ear on the piano to feel the vibrations. He used memory, mathematics, musical genius to imagine sounds in his mind. He even chopped the legs of his piano and felt the music through the floor. He felt music, he placed his ear against the piano, used vibrations, and even bit a metal rod attached to the instrument, just to sense the notes. He refused to let his deafness define him. And then came the masterpieces written without hearing a single note. Moonlight Sonata, so haunting, so deep, it feels like it's whispering secrets to your soul. For Elise, a melody that everyone recognizes even if they don't know who wrote it. Symphony number 9, featuring Ode to Joy, one of the most powerful anthems in history. Can you believe when this masterpiece was first performed, Beethoven couldn't hear the audience going wild, applauding, cheering. But Beethoven stood there unable to hear. A musician completely deaf, yet creating music that would live then. Beethoven didn't just compose music. He felt it, lived it, and gave it to the world like no one else. Deaf? Yes. Defeated? Never. His story isn't just about music. It's about passion, resilience, and an unbreakable spirit that still inspires millions today. Beethoven taught us that limits exist only if we let them. Deafness didn't stop him. Pain didn't stop him. Nothing stopped him. Beethoven didn't let silence stop him. He turned it into his power. His story is a proof that nothing can stop true passion. And today, over 250 years later, his music still moves us. Because real genius isn't just heard, it's felt. So next time you hear Ode to Joy, remember, it's not just music, it's a miracle. It's a proof that passion has no limits. Beethoven was more than a composer. He was a fighter. He showed us that no matter how many obstacles life throws at you, there's always a way to create something beautiful. Even in the silence, he made the world hear his music. So, next time you're facing your own challenges, remember this. If a man without hearing could change the world of music forever, what's stopping you from chasing your dreams? Thank you for joining me today. Remember, every great composer started with a dream, just like you. Next week, we'll explore the journey of another musical legend. Until then, stay inspired, chase your passions, and keep creating.